guys. So here's the deal. I had a blast narrating Bowman's game last week. Despite my lack of true doubles knowledge, I'm gonna give it another go. Because it's fun and I know some of what's going on, even not all. I'm still in winner's bracket of the fucking doubles seasonal, so maybe I'm catching on real quick. But yeah, I'm by no means doubles mainstay. But anyway, we got Ezrael John versus Bowman Jake. Pretty balanced team for Ezrael, kind of that Megalodios, intimidate spam kind of archetype. And on Bowman's side, it looks like we've got some cool, more of a flashy team. Aegis Slash, don't see that a ton. Got double intimidate. Volcanion, always a nice pick. Looks like some pretty standard stuff though in terms of the Pokemon they've used. And we're gonna see Tar and Salamence, likely Mega Salamence from Bowman, whereas we're gonna see Landorus and Coco from the Ezreal side. Landorus seems threatening, as does Mence, but Coco can threaten the Mence. So there's a lot to consider. If I had to guess, I think Landorus clicks Stealth Rocks. Bowman's going to be in a bit more of a reactionary position, though, because Dazzling Gleam or Z-Move could potentially land on the Mence and cause a lot of trouble. So it's going to switch out yet to the Landorus. Makes a lot of sense to me. And a Volt Switch aimed at the Tar. That's Life Orb Volt Switch. That's at 30. That's a lot. I imagine Landorus on the other side sets up rocks, whereas Bowman probably attacks with the Tar if it's not the rock of its own. I don't think they run rocks very often. It's worth noting that it's not Mega Toxic, it's Mega Mence. It's only Salamence you see in doubles. Probably it's just that's like 4 attacks, for attack 3. Finny coming in, that's a smart decision because it does well against both these Pokemon. Rocks does go from and it's Rock's Tar too, so that could be a number of things on the Landorus. Maybe a bit more likely for it to be Z. I know we don't really see Scarflando anymore in doubles. But anyway, yeah, we got up on both sides. It's cool. So there's some chip on the Tar, and there's no real damage taken on the Ezreal side. We saw switching rocks. The rocks thing up is nice as it diminishes the lifespan of the Incineroar. Although on the other side, there are 2 rock leaks from Bowman in the Volcanion and the Salamence. So definitely a good position for Ezreal to start off with, especially now that he has Finny in. So the blue is going to come in, which is a smart idea. Sludge. Poison moves in general, Landorus. I know that it used to be sort of ran like sporadically in the past, but I don't think you use it anymore. I'm pretty sure the only Z move you see is like Izzy Ground as well, so it should do well against the Landorus, needless to say. And on top of that, of course, it does well against the Finny. Knock off into a Z move, and then a Muddy Water that's going to miss the Bulu, and it's going to heal up the Volcanion. So that's a nicely done Volcanion switch there. Well played just in general turn, damage control from Bowman. And now it looks like he's in a commanding position. Earth Power could still do a number to the Volcanion, although I don't think I see Earth Power paired with the Z-Move very often. In fact, I think it's more likely than not that the Z-Move is on the Kartana, as I don't think it runs Assault Vest very often. I think that's more of a VGC set. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, so I think the Volcanion's poised to live any hit, and it's going to live just like you see there. And are we going to see a double attack into the Landorus? We're going to see a double attack, sort of, but so it's not going to kill Landorus, but it's going to be Horn Leech and a Heat Wave. So that Landorus is going to live with 4%. But meanwhile, the Heat Wave, not only is going to do 22% after a crit to Latias, but it's also going to burn it. So that's going to impede upon the longevity of the Mega Latias for sure. Perhaps making things such as the Volcanion and the Bulu that you see in front of it more threatening. Anyway, the Landorus is at 4%, dies to rocks. I can't imagine it being defog on this team. Defog's pretty rare in doubles as is. I've only seen it like once this whole SPL. I think it was on like a Zard. Actually, it might have been my own dude's stat. I don't remember. But anyway, this is at least a turn where the Volcanion still is threatened out, and there's a faster Earth Power. So even if the Earth Power does do 69%, Oh, so he's just going to knock off, predicting the switch. We're going to see a Bloom Doom into the Latias, negating the recover damage, followed by a Heat Wave. That's going to miss the Landorus. All right, so a lot of packs over the last couple turns, and a lot of damage done there. The Latias on the 13%. Nicely done there by Bowman, risking the Volcanion successfully as his opponent predicted the Landorus is switching on the knock. And he's going to do it again. This time he's going to do 72%, letting it live with 2%. So we're going to see another Heat Wave. It's going to this time connect on both sides, leaving the Latias a bit under half, and the sand running out, and the Grassy Terrain recovery means that the Volcanion can even live to tell the tale, although it's likely going to die off here to the assault coming from the Tapu Koko side. But that was a nice sequence from Bowman there. I'd say that he's got a decent lead at this point. Not huge, however. Definitely within reach for Ezrael. The main thing is, I'm not sure how much the Latias is going to do with Tar, this Bulu being at +2, and even Aegislash in the back. Hell, Mence can outrun it potentially as well and hit it with a strong attack, especially seeing as it doesn't have Calm Mind boost. A lot depends on the Mence set, of course, but I believe it's always Hyper Voice, Roost. Tailwind's an option, Draco's an option, maybe Double Edge is an option. I think I've even seen like Fire Blast before too. So there are a number of options. I know Bowman's toyed with some different Mence sets during Snake with me in tests. Anyway, Ezrael's side, it looks like the Coco is more likely not to go on the offensive, perhaps Volt switching into the Volcanion slot, than trying to position yourself well with, say, like Incineroar to try and intimidate the Bulu. But anyway, the Bulu actually looks like it's poised to do quite a bit of damage. He's going to just Dazzling Gleam to chip both of them while killing that, and Ice Beam into the Bulu, no freeze. Horn Leech is going to take out the Coco, so it's going to recover on up, and Latias takes burn damage, putting him down to 39%. And that'll make it a 5-4 game in Bowman's favor. It is worth noting that this is weakened, but on the other side, the Latias is at pretty much the same percent, but it's also burnt. Now, while it is faster and Ice Beam is easily enough to take out Bulu from this percentage, something like, for example, the Salamence can come and threaten it, or perhaps even the Tyranitar. We're going to see the Landorus, however. I really don't think Scarf is that common in doubles, but it could very well be showing that. I'm not too sure. Regardless, the Incineroar can come and get a free Fake Out, so perhaps a Fake Out Ice Beam combination could be a good idea for the Ezrael side to try and ensure they can kill the Bulu. Although the Bulu switching out would not be entirely surprising, seeing as the Tyranitar looks pretty free here. That burn seems quite unfortunate for the Ezrael side. It's taken off 6% each turn for probably 4 or 5 turns now. It could realistically be well above half. But anyway, moving forward, I think that the Bulu switching out to Tar seems somewhat likely, but if he really wants to preserve the Tyranitar, as the Tyranitar has already taken 30% from Volt Switch, and it would take Stealth Rock, then Ice Beam damage, especially Fake Out or Knockoff. It would make some sense, seeing as long game and whatnot, but I don't really think he needs the Bulu either, seeing as he can overload the Finny, but, I mean, again, if he's a faster Bulu than most Finny, I don't know the spreads, unfortunately, in this tier, then it wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea either, as the Tyranitar's off, besides checking the 2 Pokemon in front of him aren't big, as it doesn't necessarily do well against the Finny and the Kartana in the back. Things that Bowman's likely going to want to preserve, though, would be that Salamence and perhaps the Aegislash as well, as they pair well with Pokemon in the back more so. So I would not expect to see either of those two switching here. As we're going to see the Tyranitar, but not in the Bulu slot, in the other slot, interestingly enough. So perhaps it was just a bait to intimidate and then maybe a series of attack. Interestingly enough, we're not going to see the Fake Out from the Ezreal side, but rather, nice recovery there, predicting to protect and perhaps a switch as well. Interesting left. Anyway, no Fake Out from Ezreal, but rather a pivot into Finny. Perhaps just using that turn to get an Intimidate off to make that sequence a bit less risky. But that was a really nice recovery there from the Ezreal side, as while he's taking double recoil now between Sand and Burn for the next number of turns. He does have at least a healthier Latias. Perhaps he can switch it out and salvage it. For example, something like the Kartana might be a decent play in that spot now. But the Tyranitar does look threatening, as does the Bulu. It is worth noting, however, that the Bulu takes Sand before the Finny, so that's not great. Because now Bowman can theoretically double attack and clinch a kill, assuming this Tyranitar can kill the Latias. Because if he kills the Bulu with the Latias, he's going to switch. He's going to try to do even more than that, okay? And it's going to come in an Ice Beam. Okay, so that's really good for the Bowman side. If he kills the Latias here, Assurance, I didn't expect that. It's not going to be enough quite to take it out, but it's going to leave it really weakened. Anyway, if he gets the Calm Mind up, sure, but I guess he was predicting a Muddy Water, that's why he Assurance. Anyway, and now he fires off the Bulu. Interesting positioning there. And I imagine this is, Toxic on the Finny. Wow, that's a cool idea right there. As the Latias gets finished off, he resets terrains, and then he gets a Toxic off. So Bowman's running away with this game. That was a really nice turn there by Bowman. An underrated sequence that let him cripple the Finny for the remainder of the game. Anyway, add insult to injury for the Ezreal side. It's going to get the Intimidate off. So despite the Grassy Terrain being up, it's negated as the Kartana is now -1 attack. And that -1 is potentially there to stay if the Finny dies before it or neither switches out. It is Scarf. It's Scarf Earth Power to do a lot of damage. And then we're going to see Tailwind. Muddy Water is going to lower it. Actually, we're going to need a miss here probably. It's going to sub up. Wow. Okay, what a weird turn of events. No, okay. So I think the win condition here would be probably. Hmm. Yeah, going to tar as it's least necessary. You kill the. What do you kill? Or do you king shield to stay behind a sub? Hmm. This game gets dicey with the tailwind up. Anyway, we're gonna see we're gonna see double protects on Bowman's side. We're gonna see Z going through. Bloom Doom. Not gonna kill the Tyrant Tar. Am's gonna let it Figgy Berry. Wow. Huge. That was so cool. It ate, and then it came back up. Fig Guitar, that's something. And we're going to see a turn of Tailwind, turn of Grassy Train, and a turn of Poison all stalled, all benefiting the Bowman side. Now we're going to see another sub from Aegislash. I don't know if he can. I think he can, no, because the only thing that can break the sub is Muddy Water. Yeah. Oh, crit! Oh, it crit! Oh, shit! It crit, but it didn't kill the Tar. So it's not going to be able to sub. Did he sub? No, he attacked. Oh, my. Safe. No risk, Bowman. Oh, and the assurance is going to miss, but I think that's enough for the Ments to come out victorious. Considering this is now down to 13%. Oh, but Wikiberry. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. This game's going too fast for me. And there's another turn of Tailwind, but we could see Protects here very well. I still think Bowman wins this game, ultimately. Yeah, because he just gets more poison. Tailwind runs out. Muddy Water doesn't even kill the Aegislash at this point, so hopefully the Aegislash isn't like max speed invested in Incineroar. We really don't think Bowman switches here. I think Bowman just stays in here. And yeah, well, sure, these both will die. And oh, he was faster. What? Wait. Why would you do that? Actually, it doesn't matter because it's in hyper voice range anyway, right? Yeah, it's protect. So it didn't matter. I mean, you would have gotten a little damage off in Incineroar, but like you just don't protect there, yup. And now this should be able to 1v1. -1 knock into Mega. I don't know the damage. She's gonna double edge. That's gonna take it out. Yep. All right. So that does the trick. Really. Actually, surprisingly closer game than I pictured it to be. But I think Bowman kind of had it with the Ments in the back for a while now. But that was a really nice early mid game from Bowman there. Really enjoyed this game. Nicely done there. Well played by both guys, but especially Bowman in that middle sequence there. And that's gonna give him another win. A really nice start to the season from Bowman. Well, even start in the middle of the season as well. Going to give him and the Tigers another win, moving the Tigers now to 1-4 against the Bigs, who previously were up 4-0. So this is a win that the Tigers really needed, and thankfully they got. And they still have a lot of work to do to get back against a team that they absolutely have to beat. Otherwise, they're going to be on the outside looking in very much so of the playoff picture as opposed to maybe right on the border. But yeah, good game. Was fun.